Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Virtual's SPX6900 and Hedera or HBAR price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. So we're gonna start with Virtuals, of course, Virtuals with the all-time history, where we have our wave 1, 2 here. We have 1, 2 and wave 3, of course, impulse toward the upside, where we have finished potentially this wave 3 or wave A in case it is simply a zigzag there. And we are looking at a very, very long sideways. And that's why, of course, because of this very long sideways, that it doesn't alternate the time for wave 2. It has passed so much the time for wave 2, bringing higher possibility here for this wave B to be unfolding there. Into possibilities, of course, the first one is the triangle, as we are looking here at a potential A and then B, C, D, and a E, of course. This, all of it is one wave A, B, and currently unfolding the wave C, wave D, and a wave E, and then pushing for higher. So that means, of course, yeah, it's going to take a very, very long time here to unfold still at the wave C until we finish this wave B there. And the second possibility is the WXNY finished over there, and we're looking here for something as an impulse as a wave 2. However, within this wave 2, we saw, of course, an impulse here, and this impulse meaning, of course, zigzag unfolding ABC. So can be, of course, a deeper wave 2. Well, can be, of course, possibility. We're going to test, of course, the fib level there, meaning I'm going to take the fib levels taken from this push here, and I'm going to test, of course, between 0.41, 0.57 cents here, or dollars for virtuals in a wave 2, potentially in case that you have finished wave B or wave 4 over there. So two possibilities, of course. Finished correction, we are in a 1, 2, and the wave 2 still, of course, needing more time, or we are, of course, in a triangle wave A, wave B, wave C, D, and a E, and then pushing for higher. Now, let's dive inside it to see where's this zigzag or this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in case we are very bearish. Don't forget there is a possibility, by the way, in case you are 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is also a possibility, but still very far until we break this. We need to break the triangle, we need to take the low, then we call something very, very bearish. Now let's dive inside it, of course, to see where are we heading within this impulse toward the downside on the 2 hours chart. For the 2 hours chart here for virtuals, we are looking, of course, for this potential impulse as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as a wave A, as we mentioned. And we have two possibilities as well on the lower time frame here. The first possibility, of course, is an ABC, well, or W, X, and a Y. However, higher possibility goes for the A. No way to be in W here. It's a very clear impulse, right? So we have a wave B. Then a wave C is unfolding over there. Is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Of course, for a wave 1, I'm expecting wave 2 still. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Expecting wave 2, maybe a little bit higher prices. Unless, of course, something else is going to show up. But basically, I would say this is a nice impulse there. Despite that, we are looking for an ABC right now, still for wave 2. Can be, of course, still unfolding over there. ABC for wave 2, and then pushing, sorry, wave B, I would say, and then pushing for wave C in a zigzag. Yeah. So what I mean with this is, of course, that we might see the wave 2 that it has to reach the wave 2 has to reach the 0.38 fib level, so it might be, of course, a little bit high in this area. So let's put the red box there. So basically, this is a testing area for a wave 2, right? And then continuation toward the downside. Now, the drop, of course, that it might reach also in case that we are here in a potential 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5, of course, to finish the wave C. This is our target, the blue box. Yeah, so the 1 to 1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is the highest possibility here that I'm expecting, of course, for this scenario in virtuals. Yeah, I don't see yet, of course, a possibility to push for higher yet. Unless, of course, we're gonna see this area broken maybe, and something like pushing really for higher again. Invalidation here, 886, and taking the high. So if we take the high, very likely then, okay, we might be in a bullish scenario. So I would say here might be your invalidation of bearish, meaning something pushing for higher. What does it mean then? It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, very deep, and wave 5. When we get a wave 5 without invalidation there, because we didn't took it yet, that means, of course, it's a 5-way impulse, meaning, of course, the direction of the market is shifting towards the upside again. But without this, of course, we are still under bearish pressure there. Yeah, so target still $0.40 and around it for virtuals. Yeah, so that was it for virtuals. Let's move for SPX6900. On the all-time history as well, we are looking at the following price. We have a wave 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished, or of course they can be a zigzag there, ABC, but you can be in a 1, 2, 3 and currently still unfolding a wave 4. This wave 4 can be, of course, very likely to hit taking the low there, this low, right? Invalidation of anything impulsive there, meaning transformation here to an A, B, and a C, or it can stay here, of course, as an impulse to finish the wave 3 as well, and then transferring this to something, of course, much more deeper, can be, of course, a W, an X here, and a wave Y to unfold, of course, for lower. Now, it's hard, of course, to take it as an impulse because the wave 1 is horrible as a wave 1. You see wave 3 longer than wave 1 and then wave 4 invalidation. So I cannot count it a diagonal. I cannot count it an impulse. And that means, of course, it's something corrective in 3 waves down, wave X, and potentially another 3 waves down, wave Y. And then finishing wave 4 there or wave B. Yep, so these are the possibilities on the macro level here. I'm still testing this area. Now, what is interesting is that the price didn't took yet the 886, and we're still in a potential extension 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, continuation for higher. But of course, as you can see, we're very, very close here for the 886, and we're still kind of like corrective, which means, of course, yeah, it's very unlikely here to be in something bullish. Yeah, so still guys showing weakness. So 1, 2, and then wave 3, I believe. Wave 4 can be still unfolding, and a wave 5. Now let me check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Yes, so wave 3 has finished there. Wave 4 is over here. Oh, that's interesting. So we might be here also in a triangle. Okay, for a wave 4 in SPX. And that because anyway, we need some time here. So I think it's a running triangle, A, B, C, D, and E, and then pushing for lower. Yeah. And basically you have here a 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for wave 3, wave 4, A, B, C, expanding flat, or I would say zigzag, wave 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished over there. Yep. So this is the gray, and to finish wave 3, wave 4, of course, is an A, B, C, D, and an E potentially, and then pushing for lower again. Yeah, so the target are still the same, I would say. And in Confluence, we have, of course, these targets already. So we gotta be careful with it. It's still, of course, unfolding for something lower. You can be here, of course, therefore in an ABC as well. Yeah, so very likely as well it can be, or of course in the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? So 1, 2, but yeah, as I mentioned, this is very hard to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very likely WX and a Y. I will not put the 1, 2. It's impossible because despite that it looks 5 ways, wave 3 is so much longer and wave 5 is shorter. So it doesn't work in any case scenario as a motive wave here. Okay, not an impulse, not an expanding diagonal, not even a leading diagonal. Okay, it's very clear. ABC. Potential correction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially even ABC again, zigzag like this, right? And this is our X, and this is our W, and this is our wave Y. All right, so this is regarding SPX, and I'm still watching, of course, these areas here. This is in Confluence, of course, in case we are in an expanding flat, just as a scenario, you know, ABC expanding flat, which I doubt it, but I just put it there as of course a Confluence with a potential wave 5 as well. And to be much more precise here, we can have the following target, or let's take the following target actually, in much higher precision here, which it can be, of course, the wave 1 there, taken, and from the wave 3, wave 5, and here we go. Yeah, even much more precise target here can be, of course, this area. Let's say, to be safe, of course, in this area, 0.32. Yeah, so at least might be here after the wave 4, wave 5. Okay, in case it's gonna drop down, okay, it can be, of course, even the most common target, 0.29, which is very, very close to this area, guys. And of course, yeah, so definitely this area is going to be a hit there. All right, so that's it regarding SPX6900. We're gonna see the next one, which is HBAR for Hedera. For HBAR, we are looking for the all-time history as well, very sideways, very, I would say, triangular. So you might have here an A, B, C, D, and an E formation. Despite that this looks like an impulse, can be, of course, wave 1 or wave A, and you might be in a W, X, and a Y here, because, of course, there is something not really good in this impulse. And we might see, of course, a push toward the upside in an X here. So W, X, and a Y, or even regular flat can be, or a triangle. Don't forget the triangles, which are always, yeah, a signal, 886 from low, 886 from high. Yeah, so this is always a common, I would say, a common signal for triangles. Yeah. So basically, if we are here in a zigzag, therefore we're very, very close to the 1-to-1 fib level. We might hit it again, and we might take the wick there. No problem if it takes it. That would be even stronger signal that we might push from there. So what we have here internally is an A, B, and a C formation. Can be, of course, a wave 3, 4, and a 5, or I would say it can be here a 1, 2, or A, B, and a C. Yeah, so in W, X, and a Y. But it's hard to call it an impulse, honestly. Yeah, it's hard to call it an impulse. Your impulse is there. And finishing, of course, in this ending diagonal currently, which I think it's still working perfectly. Yes, it is. It is working perfectly here, as we can see. Wave 3 is still unfinished. I think the target still has to be taken there before launching a wave 4. Yeah, so I think this is what is going on in a wave 1, wave 2, and I think A, B, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can still be, of course, looking for something lower here. Wave 5, meaning, of course, this ending diagonal is kind of like less aggressive, I would say. Wave 4 and then wave 5, something like this is going to be, yeah. And the target are still the same at the end, despite that it's less aggressive. The targets are still the same numbers, same fib level, yeah. So we'll see, but basically, yeah, still looking for lower right now. The ending here is very, very choppy. Yeah, it's kind of like 3 waves, which it cannot be an end for a structure there. Definitely, you need 5 waves, whether diagonal, ending diagonal, or something impulsive. From this, we cannot count an impulse. Therefore, of course, I'm counting an ending diagonal internally, of course, to finish a wave 3. Yep. So these are the possibilities, targets, and key levels to be watched for SPX and Hedera and virtuals. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.